I'm Branson.
And I'm Dre.
Welcome to the Flyover Traveler.
Welcome to the inaugural video of the Flyover Traveler. Today, Branson and I are flying from Houston Intercontinental to Tucson, Arizona. Welcome aboard.
Dre and I showed up to discover that our flight was not on the departure screen. So that means a long walk through Terminal D. What can I say about Terminal D except it's groundbreaking if you're living in 1992. You know, it's in need of a facelift, but it still does the job relatively well. We were able to check in, no problems at all. As we're going up the escalator, the first thing that catches our attention is the missing ceiling tiles. Quite charming indeed, if I do say so myself.
But fear not, Flyover Travelers, a new terminal is coming in just a year and a half.
I tell you, Dre, that cannot come soon enough in my book.
Keep clear for passengers exiting the train.
El tren está por llegar. Por favor, permita espacio para los pasajeros que salen del tren.
So we hopped on the air train and went over to Terminal C, the newest part of the airport.
I gotta say that anything would be better than Terminal D, but looking around, this is truly a beautiful airline terminal.
Due to the unexpected terminal change from D to C, our trek took a little bit longer. When we arrived at our gate at C North, the plane was already boarding, but due to our 1K status, we were able to board immediately and take our seats in 4A and B.
The turbulence forecast looked good for today, and what looks better is that the purser is passing out champagne and orange juice at 9:30 in the morning. Sign me up. I was taking a lot of pictures, so I guess they thought it was my first time flying, and they gave me these wings, but no crayons or a coloring book. That was disappointing.
Like that, our welcome aboard flight 2393 non-stop service to Tucson, Arizona. Showing a 2 hour and 14-minute flight en route. Latest weather at Tucson Airport, wind gusts south about 5 miles. Clear skies, temperature 37 degrees.
We pushed back right on time and our 737-800 headed to 15 right and blasted off out of Houston and turned due west to Tucson, Arizona. Since this 737 didn't have the seat back monitors, we ended up having to use a personal device entertainment. Honestly, it's not that bad. I find the streaming pretty quick.
I completely agree, Dre, but it's more than I would say for the meal. It just felt a little greasy, a little heavy, but I've had really good food from United in the past, so this was a bit of a disappointment.
I had no problems finishing. I actually thought it was pretty good.
Today's flight was pretty full. Looking at the seat map, there were about 10 to 12 empty seats, but all in all, a good load for a wintertime flight to Arizona. So, Dre, what are we hoping to get out of our visit to Tucson?
Besides drunk? Well, honestly, I don't know what to expect. This is my first time coming to Tucson. The only impression I have of Arizona is from Phoenix and maybe Bullhead City, but beyond that, I'm pretty anxious to see what's going on.
Well, I'm with you. I've only ever really spent time in Phoenix. Now, I have driven through Tucson before, but never stopped for more than just lunch or gas. So, I honestly don't know what to expect either, but I've heard some really great things about Tucson, and I'm really anxious to explore the city.
The only other thing I remember about Tucson is this is where Terminal Velocity was filmed with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I guess I must have missed that movie, but I'll take your word for it. Let's get on the ground and let's see what Tucson has to offer. Once we were off the aircraft in Tucson, I gotta say, the terminal feels a bit intimate. It's a little small for the amount of traffic that they get.
Yeah, dude, I wasn't expecting this terminal to be this small and this crowded.
All right, well, let's see what kind of car you got us.
I'm out here at the curbside, Tucson, Arizona. First time here. Here with Branson. Of course, I'm in charge of the car arrangements. He has no idea what I've decided to pick up from Turo.
If it has 4 wheels and a seat, I'm okay. At least you said it's a car, so I know it's not like a big wheel or something.
Well, I never said it was a car, so we don't know if it's a big wheel.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Here we go. We've got a 2018, I believe, Corvette Grand Sport. This is a C7 generation Corvette.
These C7s are known for this right here because of what you done. You see it? You see, you know, they can get like cool seats though. In case somebody roll up, I can just go, okay, hold on, you can have it. You see, something like that. Or you can just put, you know, regular peaceful things.
My car has cup holders.
Yeah, you could do something like that too. That's pretty good. And the car is still a very nice car. This car looks good. You know, I honestly think it looks better than the C8. Wouldn't you agree?
Isn't the C8 a type of explosive? That's C4.
Right. Now, the C4 Corvette, that would be the one that's from, like, the 80s. You see
Oh, I was just thinking C4 is like an explosive like they use in demolition.
that is that, you know.
A C8,
Listen, that's what I'm saying. But once you see a C4, you'll know it. Oh, that's the old Corvette from the 80s when you're growing up.
5 minutes later.
And the Z06 looks similar to this because this is a Grand Sport model. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
With that out of the way, we finally made it to the beautiful city of Tucson. So where did we stay?
I opted to stay at the JW Marriott Resort at Star Pass. Branson decided to show you guys what an Airbnb would look like down in Tucson. Here at the JW Marriott, their biggest selling point is the view. You can see all the way down into Tucson. Here's a look at the bathroom. Standard issue hotel bathroom. I like the tub. Standard issue bed. Pretty cool, nice, comfortable room. But this right here is the money shot. Take a look at that. Look at it!
But full confession, I didn't take any video of my Airbnb. Stayed with a very nice, very artistic woman and shared a bathroom with her.
Oh, shared a bathroom with her, huh?
One of the things I noticed walking around Tucson is how many beautiful neighborhoods they have. This is a shot taken just northwest of downtown Tucson. Tucson also has one of the most colorful courthouses I've ever seen. Very pretty and really seems to fit the landscape. People just seem to be out doing whatever they feel like. I came across these skateboarders on the north side of downtown. That's my old hobby. But even though there's a lot of new, there's always something that reminds you of how old the city is. This is Barrio Vallejo. Its history goes back to the 1800s when it was founded as a Spanish fort. In the 1880s and 90s, it was predominantly home to people who were working on the railroad. This neighborhood not only captures Tucson's Mexican and Spanish roots, but it's also home to the Tucson Jewish History Museum. This is 4th Avenue, a place to have a lot of fun when you're in Tucson. Day or night, this place has it all. Really good restaurants, arts and crafts shops, and if you're like me, quite a few bars to choose from. Count me in.
first thing that struck me about Tucson was the murals. Here in Houston, we have a lot of murals as well. And I was even surprised by the diversity and the number of seemingly random murals that I saw all over Tucson. It was really, really nice. And I felt like they really captured the nature of the American Southwest. Take a look.
What I felt like was so cool is that when we were walking around to try to find a place to go into, we saw across the street this sign that said, "Shh, drinking inside." But right next door to it is a place called Batch with all the whiskeys you could think of on the wall and these whiskey-laden donuts, all in. One of the great things about Tucson, you can go right outside your door like I did outside the JW Marriott and found a nice trail. And when you get on this trail, you can walk, see nature, or really come face to face with it like I did. I heard a rattle, and being from Texas, I know exactly what that meant. So I paused, turned right around, and went back in. But there are plenty of trails all over that you can get into.
Welcome to the Hacienda del Sol, a Tucson institution. The grounds here are so unique and so beautiful, a quintessential tribute to the American Southwest with, and I must say, some of the most beautiful views you'll find anywhere in the Southwest. But enough of that. It's time to go to the bar and talk Dre's ear off about whiskey.
Jacked up the price, and now even if you want a pour of it, you've got to spend at least, in most places, you've got to spend $50 minimum, but that's honestly being cheap for what it normally is.
And that's what's on the shelf.
This must be what Branson feels like when I'm talking about cars.
In our videos, we want to find something unique, something quirky, something different that's only available in the cities we're visiting. Well, in Tucson we found it, though we did have to drive a little bit. But what we found will blow you away.
I was absolutely excited to go to the Titan Missile Museum because a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm actually a history buff, a geography buff, so I'm real big on the Cold War, World War II, Vietnam, so I was all in on this experience.
This is a must for any history buff and really anyone who's visiting the area in general. The silo was definitely the highlight.
But this weekend had to come to an end eventually, and it was a great time. Really liked Tucson. I decided to go ahead and head up to the Bay Area to catch up with some friends.
With Dre heading up to the Bay Area, it was just gonna be me flying home, and I chose the first day it had rained in Tucson in months to make my departure. The airport in Tucson is very user-friendly. It's very easy to get around in. Everything is clearly labeled. This made it quite easy to check in without any problems at all and make it through security in a timely fashion. our ride today was this beautiful 737-800. Though I gotta say, when I looked at the turbulence forecast, things didn't look too good. And look at the jet stream helped me understand why. As you may remember from our outbound trip report, the Tucson airport is a little cozy, and as such, that makes for a very cramped and disorganized boarding. It was really hard to distinguish one boarding group from another.
On board this United starts to Houston. It's going to be a choppy ride coming out, so please maintain your seatbelts securely fastened. And I have asked the flight attendants to remain in their seats until you're in the cruising altitude. Once you reach the cruising altitude, 1 hour and 56 minutes of flight time to Houston. And it will be bumping down low in Houston soon.
Well, that's what you love to hear. A pilot, before takeoff, telling you it's gonna be a bumpy ride. But I think I can speak for Gray when I say we love flying so much, and we're so grateful for the opportunity that we just accept it. Turbulence goes with flying, and because we fly so much, we're used to it. I used the opportunity instead to gaze upon Tucson as we took off and reflect on the wonderful weekend we had. Tucson is truly a gem in the Southwest. We really hope this video will inspire many of you to check it out. It's certainly worth the trip. Before I leave you, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. This is one way you can help us get this channel off the ground. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.